Hey everyone, it's Tamara from Soft Glam with Tam. Today I wanted to focus on a day to night makeup look. So I have a lot of clients that request looks from, just say they're in the office all day, or they work from home, or they have their day makeup on, their office professional makeup, and they want to bump it up and make it into a more of a sexy evening makeup look. So just say, we call it coffee to cocktails. That was a makeup lesson I used to do on clients back in the day. But basically it's like if you were going to a concert after work and you just want to know how to amp up your makeup and look really a little bit more evening, a little bit more dressy without, maybe don't have a lot of time. You're at the office with your makeup bag, or you're at home, but you don't have a lot of time to get ready to get downtown or wherever you're going. So you just want to know how to pop your eyes. So I'm going to show you just a few tricks. Just say your makeup is on, but you want to bump it up, make it more evening. So today I have a couple of products to show you how to get that look. So I have my makeup on right now. Obviously it's more of a day look, but if I was going out, these are a few products that I would use. So first, I already have on a cream eyeshadow from Mercier. It's called Rose Gold, but I also love this color, which is called Modern Rose. And Modern Rose is actually one of our newest colors, or one of the newer colors from Mercier. So this color is going to be a really pretty shade to just bump up what you already have on your eyes. So I'm going to apply this on the eyelid. So I just applied this all over the lid. And it's just a little bit of a rose gold. Well, rose gold that was on top was more yellow gold, and this is more of a true rose gold. So it has a little bit more of how do I say it? More for fall, because it's a little deeper than a traditional yellow gold. So golds, I mean, there's thousands of shades of golds, but this is just a really pretty color for most eye shades, especially for green eyes. My eyes are brown, but any type of amber flecks are going to bring out green eyes, but this is a universal shade. So I like to use cream eyeshadows. Sorry, can never see anything. So this color is called Rose Thorn. So this was part of a holiday collection from Mercier, but it's such a really pretty color. It's sort of a deeper plum. So I think for fall or autumn, deeper plums, emerald greens, navies, but I find plums are just really wearable. So just say you're at the office, you need to quickly bump up those eyes. Let's take a dark plum. And sorry, I have my mirror here. So I'm just going to keep this as close to the eyelashes as possible. So pretend you're using it as an eyeliner. So I'm going to keep it right on top of my eyeliner, and I'm going to bring it into the inner corner. The coolest thing about cream eyeshadows, I haven't blended this yet. The cool thing about cream eyeshadows is you don't need a brush, but I will use a brush after. The other cool thing about a darker cream shadow, it acts as your shadow and your liner. So it's kind of a soft smoky. So I'm just going to use my fingertip, and I'm going to take the plum and I'm just going to blend it out. And I'm actually going to bring it up onto the crease. So I don't know if you can see that, but the cool thing about cream eyeshadows is that it doesn't have to be perfect, but your eyes are popping out a bit more. So I'm going to do the other side. And honestly, you can almost do it with your eyes closed because it's just so smooth and easy to wear. So it's a bit of a smoky plum. The cool thing about this, it acts as a liner, so you could do it on the lower lash line. So I'm just going to apply this on the lower lash line. So it becomes a little bit of a darker smoky under the eye. This is where a brush comes in handy. So I'm going to take a really soft smudgy brush, and I'm just going to apply it under the lash line. We call it sort of a rock star, smoky eye, rock star chic. So it really does just give the eyes a bit of a sultry effect. So I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to apply this under the lash line. Now keep it more to the outer corner because you're going to blend it with a brush, and this can be a bit much sometimes if it's over, if you put too much on. So I'm going to take the softer brush and I'm just going to smudge that out, and I'm keeping everything really close to the lash line. So you're getting a soft smoky eye. So it's kind of hard for me to see how this is looking, but it's going to emphasize your eyes, and that's the point of this. Do I have a Q-tip handy? Actually, I don't have a Q-tip, but a Q-tip would be the best thing to clean up if you do have one handy in your makeup bag. You can also use your fingertip and just sort of elongate the outer corner of your eye. Oh, thank you. A Q-tip magically appeared. So basically just say you're out, definitely have Q-tips handy, or cotton swabs, whatever you call them, have those handy in your makeup bag. So you can just clean up under your eye. Okay, so this is, now these cream eyeshadows are waterproof. The thing is, once they're on, they don't blend anymore. So you put it on and then you want to blend it out quickly. So I've learned the hard way, like if you have to commit to a cream eyeshadow because they're waterproof. So you could also use a traditional kohl pencil, which I'll do in another video, more of a traditional smoky eye with the kohl pencil and things like that. But this is just a cream eyeshadow way, which is less products in your makeup bag, which is kind of fun too. So I'm just going to make sure that this is kind of just blended out. And that's just a really quick smoky. So let's bump it up a bit. So I have this beautiful palette from Charlotte Tilbury called Pillow Talk. I think it's called Pillow Talk. Beautifying Eye Trends in Pink Love. Okay, so it's not Pillow Talk, which is the traditional palette that's very popular from Charlotte Tilbury, but this was a new palette, and what's nice about it, it has a lot of pink shades in it. So kind of pink burgundy shades. Burgundy is really pretty for fall. So I'm going to take sort of a sparkly shade, and I'm going to actually just take my fingertip and pop that on top of my eyelid. So I'm just going to pop, pop, pop. And the reason I'm patting is any type of shimmer will show up better if you don't blend it out. If you use your fingertip, you're going to just see the intensity of the sparkle. So I'm just going to pat, pat, pat. See how quick and easy this is? Okay, so everyone has to do their eye makeup the way they feel comfortable, but this is just a fun way to make your eyes look a little bit more dressed up for evening. So you can take a ponytail brush and just blend out the colors. Okay, take the leftover of whatever you have on your hand or on your brush and blend that underneath your lash line. Okay, so how is this looking? This is looking really smoky. That's the purpose of this tutorial. So we're going to blend it out. Okay, this is looking nice. So we've used cream eyeshadow, we've used a palette. I mean, with an eye palette too, which is cool, you have so many options. So you could just use a palette and not a cream eyeshadow, but if you have a dark cream shadow by your lash line, just a bit of sparkle in the inner corner on the lid just kind of harmonizes it, brings it all together. The matte shades are beautiful for daytime, so you have a lot of options. And the other thing I might do with this is kind of a fun thing to do. I'm going to need another brush now. This is a smaller smudge brush. This is a must-have if you're going to blend out or smudge out your eyeliner. So I'm going to take kind of like a burgundy pinky brown. So there's no black or dark color in this palette. It's more, the darkest shade is a burgundy. So I'm gonna, but it does have intensity. So I'm gonna take that, it's a matte shade, and I'm going to just use my hand to blend it out. And I'm just gonna keep that as close to my eyelashes as possible and almost use that as an eyeliner. So it's not as dark as a black eyeliner, but it's kind of fun. It's a bit softer. So keeping it close to your eyelashes is the key. So you're going over your eyeliner from the inner corner out, and you're just blending it out. Okay, and if anything falls, that's where a Q-tip will come in handy. And sometimes I just use like a translucent powder, and I'll just take my brush and I'll just roll my brush and sweep out. And that catches anything that fell without ruining your makeup and making you have to start from scratch. And this is also doubling as touching up your T-zone a bit. Okay. So the next step, I need that Q-tip again. Q-tips are your best friend in makeup. So you're just going to use that and lift and make sure that it's not too crazy. But if it is, oh, thank you. Another Q-tip magically appeared. So, yeah, your best friend. Okay, so, yeah, so it's really tricky to kind of do this on camera, to be honest, because I feel like if I was not doing it on camera, maybe I would do more layers. But honestly, what I love about makeup and quick makeup is that it doesn't have to be perfect. As long as your eyes are popping, these are things that are really going to help everyone just achieve this soft, smoky look. So again, you could highlight under your brow bone a little bit more. On my skin tone, I don't think I would use a super icy white. This would be gorgeous on more of a fair skin tone or an obvious sparkled look. I would probably just use something a little more subtle. In fact, I probably would break out my foundation stick at this point. So no matter what brand you use, a foundation stick is something that's so quick and easy to touch up your makeup. I kind of have one in my makeup bag all the time because I just think even at work or if you're out and about and you kind of notice a little spot or something, you've got a stick. It's a magical eraser. This is called Nudestix. It's a Canadian founder company, and I believe it's a mother and her 2 daughters that created the line. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but Nudestix definitely is Canadian found, which is amazing since I'm Canadian. And I love this product specifically because it's a tinted moisturizing blur, which means that it's not a traditional foundation stick. Back in the day, they called it pancake makeup, which I don't think anyone wants on their face today. But this one is a tinted blur, and it's blurring is what makeup is about lately. Whenever I'm freelancing at Sephora or others, you know, if I'm meeting people and they have, anyways, it's a trendy thing that's happening right now. It's all about blurring out your blush, blurring out your powder. So it's a soft makeup trend that I'm noticing, which is kind of cool. So I'm just going to take the stick, and I'm actually going to just use my fingertip, and I'm just going to touch up the outer corner of where I did my eye makeup because it's almost highlighting it without looking shimmery. And this is more my skin tone. This is number 4, but I am tanned right now. So yeah, get your shade matched. And it's just a beautiful, easy product to use. I'm going to use it on my forehead. And a little bit under the brow bone. So it's acting as a highlighter under my brow bone without looking shimmery. And I'm going to use a little bit under my nose. and a little bit under my chin. This is just what I do, but everyone has to, you know, if you have a blemish or something, that's when you can kind of use this as a touch-up or as a cover-up going out. But yeah, sometimes I get a bit flushed, so this is nice to have in my makeup bag. Now this one doesn't have a lot of coverage. I like my skin to show through a little bit. I don't like when my skin looks too covered up, but there are other brands that have a lot more coverage. So just check out and see different textures when you go into a makeup store. Try them on your hands, see if you like the coverage, the texture, but a stick foundation is something that will always come in handy. Okay, so this is just kind of evening out my skin tone. And I'm wearing sort of a plummy dress, so the eyes are complementing that too. So yeah, basically you don't have to do a smoky eye with 20 steps. This is a quick smoky eye. I would just probably, now I do have I started my day off with a dark brown eyeliner just in the root of my lash, meaning I've tight lined, so I've just lifted my my eyelid and gone underneath the lashes. So that's a great day tip. I could probably just add a little bit at the outer corners. So I'm just kind of, I close my eyes sometime when I do eyeliner, and I'm just going to do the outer corner and lift it out with my fingertip. So smoky eyes don't have to be so precise. Actually, the smudgier the better. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to kind of complete that by softening my eyeliner and bringing it out a bit. Okay, and using your fingertip and going like that sort of just lifts up your liner. Oh, let's talk mascara. So there's thousands of brands of mascaras out there, and I feel like mascara is so personal. I personally love a fatter brush. I like a volumizing mascara. For my lashes, I think it does more for them. Some clients love a lengthening mascara with a really thin brush, and it gets every single lash, and I love that as well. There's so many different brands of mascaras, and I just think that you have to kind of figure out what brush you like. The brush is the most important thing on a mascara for the effect that it will give your eyelashes. So I just feel like for going out, maybe you had a lengthening mascara on during the day, and a volumizing mascara is going to bump it up. So I just got this from Shoppers. It's Maybelline Colossal Volume. But I also love the Laura Mercier has a new Caviar Volume Mascara, which gives you a lot of lash curl without curling your lashes. There are so many brands. I love Marcel from Shoppers. It's a lovely mascara, and it also, I believe, helps to grow and condition your lashes. I had one in brown for the summer, which I don't wear brown mascara, but it was really pretty on just days off, out and about, and it just a softer look. So I'm going to use a black mascara, and I'm just going to, I don't know if this will be a bit tricky, but what you need to do when you're doing it yourself, you just need to have a mirror and basically look down into your mirror and wiggle and fan. Okay, so let's see if this will be feasible. So you just want to wiggle and fan and lift up your mascara. I already had some on, so I'm just adding a bit more. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to do this a bit better, but okay, so if you get any clumps or that, that's when you can use a Q-tip. And I'm just gonna do the tiniest bit on the bottom. Some makeup artists use it vertically, and for myself, I just find I get the mascara everywhere under my lashes. But I think on certain people, doing it vertically, you're going to get all those lovely lashes. I just find for myself, just a very quick wiggle with it this way just allows me to tint the lower lash, but I don't get too much mascara on the bottom. So it really depends on your lashes, your eye shape. I just feel like women mostly know what looks best on them, but sometimes it's nice to have a little guidance. So I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm just going to go underneath and just make sure nothing fell. Okay, so you know, makeup should be fun. So as long as you're feeling confident, then you know that you're ready to go out. Okay, so hopefully no one can see any mascara under my eye, but if you can, it's all good. So next step, we're going to, so yeah, I feel like my eyes are pretty much done. I probably would just maybe amp up a blush a little bit just for evening. So I'm gonna take my blush brush and, oh, I forgot one thing. So I'm a little tanned right now, but this color is really pretty for any skin tone. This is a brand called Saie, and what I love about it, they have this lovely liquid highlighter. They come in different shades. I think there's a sort of a beautiful champagne color. There's a rose glow, and this one is a bronzy shade. So I'm gonna just take this product and I'm just gonna pop it on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna take a foundation brush and I'm gonna just take the tiniest little bit, a little is needed, just for fun, for going out. And I'm gonna just apply this on the tops of my cheek. It's not really a bronzer, but it's a bronze highlight. And I'm gonna take a little bit on my temples and a bit down the bridge of the nose. And yeah, just to kind of give the skin a little bit of a glow. And these are finishing steps that are just going to elevate that makeup for more of an evening look. Okay, and anything left over, I can kind of just brush it down here. So when the light hits, it just gives a glow. Okay, so this is a lovely evening look, and then I would just finish with a little bit of blush. So this one is from Lise. It's a beautiful shade called Libertine, and it's a lovely universal shade. I think it's kind of pretty. I don't even know which color this is. To me, it's a very pretty shade for fall. It's sort of a coral, but it has a little bit of a berry tone to it as well. So I think this would be universal for many skin tones. So I'm going to take a little bit of the powder blush, because I had a cream on earlier. And I'm just going to lightly smile and just apply that on the top of my cheek. And the nice thing about blush, don't be afraid to pop that in your crease. Okay, and blush is having such a moment that you could go to town with it. Some clients I notice have a lot of blush on, and just be really, think about your lighting when you're inside in public, but most of the time blush is just the most beautiful thing you can put on. Okay, feeling really pretty and sexy for evening. So the next step is a lipstick. So just say you have a gloss on, but I just feel like something easy to have in your makeup bag is like a lip pencil that doubles as a cheek product, or this one is Nudestix. So it's a lip pencil, and I'm just going to apply this on the lips. So it's just a kind of a creamy matte shade. And then, yeah, you could always add a gloss on top. But yeah, I feel like this is just a really nice evening look. So it's nice to know how to bump up your makeup if you're going out after work and or just from day to evening, and have some tricks up your sleeve to really pop your eyes. So this is my finished look, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already for more content. I'm so excited. The next video, I'll probably be focusing on a beautiful autumn look, but you never know what I'm going to do. So have a lovely day and take care.